but I am going to be playing on my own, so it hopefully should not. So hello everyone. Tonight I am going to be doing something just a teeny bit different from what I normally do. Normally I'm playing uh one game, you know me. I'm normally the one kind of person to play only a single game, and I don't do anything else. I have no variety in my content whatsoever. Um, and so I thought I'd swap it up tonight. I'm gonna play some Space Engineers. And so I used to love Space Engineers. I honestly, granted, I get bored of it relatively quickly, so I'm probably only gonna do the one stream on it, maybe another one if I feel like continuing tomorrow or the day after. But I really love the elements that like are in it. I like the modability that is very heavily supported by the community to add all the features the devs just don't want to add, and also adding, all the texturing mods and whatnot that the devs want to sell as DLC for some reason, but as free downloadable content to just install as a mod instead. And so I quite like those kinds of mods. But I also have some like functionality mods and everything that I'm also going to be using. In any event, though, let's just hop right in. So I've got the game set up here, and I am going to be just playing some general like chill background music as well. Hopefully it's not copyrighted. It says for the information of those people at Twitch that copyright struck my last one of my latest streams. I'm using non-copyright music. It's all in the public domain or royalty free, so I don't know why I'm getting copyright struck. They're literally in the open audio library. And so it's whatever. And if there is an issue, then just let me know. Don't make me mute the whole audio for the entire thing, and I'll just try to fix it right away. In any event, let's start up this nice chill music. It's some like basically this is like music that's supposed to be used for like a time lapse essentially. So I started a game on this earlier today, and then I figured, something, this is fun. Why not stream it? Although almost immediately after I had that thought, my base that I started off with, I started off on the moon base world that you can choose to start with. It got nuked by a bunch of AI pirates, and so I'm just gonna enable all the mods that I've got. I've got like a bunch of like additional components, like large grinders and drills, airlocks, you name it. Hover engines, maglev rails, pistons, even more pistons, increasing the max speed, like a bunch of different things here, just to generally increase the diversity of the equipment that we have to build and use to customize our ships. We also have like energy weapons as well, and some energy shields too. And so it's generally, I'm hoping it's going to be a good experience. Now, I do want to put it on the normal environment hostility, like, because I don't want to be just safe. I want it to be like a little bit of a challenge. Like, I've got to plan for stuff in advance, and I can set this a bit higher as well. Like, set it around like 300,000, that's fine. 5 backup saves, that's good. I do want to enable in-game scripts, because there are some scripts that I'm going to be using that are very, very valuable scripts. They basically just like help with auto sorting and processing of materials. Max objects, I'm gonna say not 66. Let's set it to, yeah, actually let's just leave it at 56. Block limit, yep. And then max blocks per player is at max, and everything else I'm just gonna kind of leave at the recommended specs. Like, I guess I'll leave it at 15 kilometer render distance, because That is honestly more than enough for most things. Like, you're not going to be able to really shoot further than that. And so that's really all I have to worry about. Like, if I can see things, then they can shoot at me. Although, granted, if they're shooting that far, it's going to take them quite a bit to hit my ships. So yeah, this moon base, what it does is it starts us off with two basic ships, like a little fighter and then a mining ship. And then it also has a few different like stations to like work with, like a refinery, an assembling station. It's got like a little grinder and a repair station that are also built into the moon base, so that way, like, if one of my ships gets broken up a little bit, then I can just bring it there, shove it into the repair station, or even just grind it up and then start from scratch again. And then there's also a bunch of components that we start off with in case we want to like build anything of our own, like there's like a big cargo container we have that's just filled to the brim with components, so that is very helpful to like jumpstart us rather than having to spend hours upon hours grinding and trying to just mine minerals and find the best place to get them. But so right now it's gonna take a minute to load because it's gotta like process the mods and like get everything like acquainted with the actual world we're going into, because like it's a pre-generated world, but it's gotta, like, take a minute to just kind of put in all the extra stuff. Like, I have a mod that adds additional NPC, like, fighter drones that'll be roaming around that we might have to worry about once we get into space. Although that's gonna be a little ways away. It's probably gonna be at least an hour and a half, 2 hours before we actually decide to go into space, because we want to build cool shit is really the end goal here, right? Like, we want to have a cool ship that we can fly around and basically be an unstoppable force with. So we're going to probably spend a lot of time just trying to build something that looks really nice and then trying to actually make it work after that. So yeah, there's we're just going to kind of have to work our way up from bottom up. And we also have progression enabled. So progression is going to limit the amount of blocks that we can use. Like, we can't use, for example, I can't craft the like complete assembler and refinery setup. I have to actually research that first by building the basic ones. And so, oh, world's loaded. So we're gonna have to deal with that. I'm hoping that this time it's gonna lag a little bit as it's rendering everything for the first time and like processing where all the stuff is. But so it yeah, it's gonna keep doing this for another few minutes, so I'm not really worried about it. It's not gonna crash or anything. But the stream is good connection, by the way. I'm still here, good connection and everything. But so last time I started this up, I'm gonna close that so the airlock can actually, like, so the oxygen system can engage once it's detected that it's all hooked up properly. But so, yep. This is the problem I have here. They set up like little airlocks inside of the base here, but the doors are oriented the wrong way. So like you can't really use the airlock effectively, because when you would need to open the next door, or yeah, when you would need to close the door, it pushes you out of the way, and then you can't even open the next door, which defeats the purpose of setting it up like this in the first place. Like, you can't really, there's no point to setting it up like that right there. So that's why I've got a bunch of extra blocks. Like, I've got legitimate airlock blocks that I can install over here. So I'm just gonna like grind these down real quick. And I'm gonna turn the volume down just a teeny bit as well, because I understand that this is a semi-loud game. But yeah, so this game is basically just all about building stuff, and it's a great time. So if you've never tried Space Engineers, I would recommend it, although that depends on the price. If you're getting it on sale, fantastic. If not, I would say just not play it and watch someone else play it. Door... Passage with door. That's the one that I'm looking for. It's also going to take a minute to render all these because each of them have, like, their own individual icon, and there are quite a few blocks to render. Passage. I just want a basic passage somewhere. Passage with conveyors, passage with door, passage window, passage dual doors. Enclosed passage. This is the one that I want. So yeah, we kind of got to, like, make our way through the progression tree to get all the things that we want. And actually, shit, hang on. No, we can't really... Let's ignore the doors for now, and we'll deal with that later. But so, this is our base here. I like how I walked away from going indoors, and then I go right back to it. But so, like, this is like a little hangar bay that we've got here, and it's got genuine working, like, massive hangar bay doors. It's got one here, one on the top. We've got some various pirate bases that are scattered around that we can go to try and challenge ourselves. But for now, let's take it slow and easy. This thing's thrusters are on for some reason because they're always on by default. Let's take a quick look. Can I don't think I can shut off all the thrusters at once, so I gotta create a group for that. Ooh, hang on a sec. Did that game just massively froze there? Okay. So anyways, this is our fighter right here, though. Oh, access denied. Oh, so I'm not allowed to mess with the thrusters at all. Okay. That's interesting. And it's got ion thrusters as well as small thrusters. Oh no, they just have this one labeled differently for some reason. So really, I just want to group these together and say thrusters. And then I should be able to come in here, go to block groups, look at this, and then say toggle them on and off. And if I hit off, then thrusters turn off. And then we can lock into our little docking component as well. And now this thing's attached to the station. If it had any stuff in its inventory, it would be able to offload it. But it doesn't right now, so we don't need to worry about that. So, like, this has a pretty sleek design, all things considered. But we're probably not going to use it because, you know, I want to be able to customize things for myself. So let's just take a quick look. I've got a jetpack as well. And to confirm it, we are on the moon. We can go to Earth, which is right over there, and there are several other planets that are just going to be floating around. It's a little bit dark right now because I guess the game wanted to spawn us in at nighttime. And actually, hang on a sec. Here's what I might be able to do. Ooh, that hurt a little bit. So we can come in here, and then we can try to sleep through the night, so that's very useful. That's another thing I don't believe is in the base game still, but one of the mods I have installed does allow for it. So now if we come out here, it should be much brighter. And so there are like day-night cycles and everything. In any event, this is our mining ship here, and we can use this to do whatever we need to in terms of like collecting resources. Although I don't think we'll need to do that right now because this this storage bin, like this cargo container, has a lot of shit in it. Like pretty much anything we might need. It's got missile containers. It's got machine gun rounds. It's got all sorts of stuff. So I think we should be pretty much all set for building a basic ship. And then we also have a few things that, you know, something I'll throw in here. Actually, you know something? No, I'm not going to throw them in there. But we have a few things from those doors that we grinded up. And actually, hang on. Where's this go? Oh, this goes to another part of our base. Okay. But honestly, I'm a really big fan of the massive cargo doors. I love them. They are just kind of a pain in the ass sometimes because they're really slow. So like you've got to wait for them to open and close, but it's okay. We got a few gun turrets that comes pre-spawned in. This is our little salvage area that we can use. Other things. Like this is like our repair area. We've got a few more landing platforms. This is our refinery and assembly station. And this is our true salvage area. It's got like a little sensor on the side to say, hey, if there's a ship here, then turn on the grinders. These things chop up any blocks that get in front of them and return the resources. So pretty nice. And so, yeah, we're just going to try and, like, build our own ship, I think. I think I want to build it in this hangar over here, though, because, you know, where else would you build your first ship but in the hangar bay itself? So what we actually need to do, though, before we can really build a lot of things, we need to make ourselves a basic assembler and a basic refinery before it unlocks us all of the stuff, that, we need. So, like, I can put that in a build queue, and then what I can do is I can, well, first things first, I've got some components on me. I can just start building this. But we're not going to have enough to finish building this. So, I can just, first things first, I'll just kind of build it up as much as possible. And so, actually, then what we can do is we can just come up here, and there is a cargo system linked up across the entire base. So, from anywhere, we can just withdraw the components that we might need. Oh, build planner is empty. Hang on. Components added to build planner. And then all components withdrawn. Basically, it just took all of the components from that big cargo container on the other side of the station, shot them into here, and then put them right into our inventory. And it's really convenient that it's set up this way because it doesn't matter like which container you access. You can access the entire station from wherever you want. But so we just built this. It unlocked stuff for us, so we can just demolish it right away. Because this is a basic assembler. We don't want a basic one because there are so few things that you can actually make with a basic assembler. Same with the basic refinery. Like you can't refine everything with it. And so you typically want to try and upgrade as quickly as possible if you can. So, like, get those components, grab the extra components we're missing. Okay, looks like my camera is in a pretty decent position as well. I was kind of worried for a minute that it might be in a bad location. Just because, you know, there's going to be a lot of shit that's on our screen. Like, we've got like, our energy, we've got oxygen, hydrogen stores, all kinds of fun stuff. Oh, we don't have enough space. So I'm just gonna throw all this stuff in here because like basically you don't actually have like a weight limit per se, although weight is a factor that influences like physics in this game, but you instead have like a space limit for how much you can carry. Oh, and it actually started me with a gun this time. So last time it didn't start me with a gun, but now we've got ourselves a little rifle that we can use if we need. And all these containers have some ammo in them, so we can just take that and then, like, I don't want to shoot the base because it will actually damage it, but, like, we can just kind of shoot some shit. Or actually, you know something? I don't really care that much. We can just repair it right away. And there's, like, actual, like, deformation of the materials that you're gonna be hitting and everything. Like, if you impact a ship or, like, say, a planet, it will actually destroy stuff. It'll destroy your ship, and it'll also make a crater. So that's pretty cool. I also have a mod that, like, has atmospheric hazards. Like, basically, if you enter a planet's atmosphere too fast, then you can start burning up on re-entry. And so that's fun. But so basically, what we want first is we want to build a landing gear, because that unlocks a lot of... Oh, we already have one here. But so we want to build, like, a basic landing gear, so that way we unlock the most bare bones ship-based components. And it's gonna keep trying to, like, snap it to the large grid of the station. But if I just make it a small one and then place it, it'll just place it standalone, and we can build off of this. And so, pretty much, a lot of this game is going to be, like, welding stuff, so that way it actually is, like, all functional, you know? Interior wall, heavy armor. I don't want to go for heavy armor, so I'm thinking just light plate right now. So the goal is to make a ship that can fly and just travel around to explore, really. Like, maybe I might just make it a general mining ship, kind of like the one that's over there, although I want to build it from scratch. Because, you know, it's way more satisfying when you actually make the stuff yourself. And so, I'm not aiming to, like, get it out of this airlock here. I'm aiming to get it out of the big hangar doors up above, like, just shoot it right out into space. So let's see. And there are, like, different shapes of blocks as well. Like, we've got inverted corners, slopes, corners, all kinds of fun stuff. We got glass. Like, just to show all the stuff that I've got, like, Star Wars things. I've got elevators, Gatling guns, oxygen farms, which are basically, if you just put them in front of the sun, it's just a bunch of plants in there, and they just produce a ton of oxygen. We've got, like, stores that we can buy stuff from, so that's pretty cool. Like, there's an economy system. So really what you want to kind of try and do, and actually I shouldn't even be welding things yet, you want to kind of try and lay out what you want your ship to look like before you actually even start welding things together. So, like, you want to have, like, a kind of, you want to have, like some kind of a layout in mind. Like, I want, like, this sort of cross shape, kind of like the other ones, like fat in the back, stubby in the front, like thin in the front, you know? Because this is where all of our components are going to be. We put our cockpit here. We can put our drills and our guns, whatever we want, up front more. And so then we also have thrusters to consider. And so we want to, basically, you want to put thrusters on every single side of the ship. Because the thrusters actually only provide thrust for one direction. And so if you want to move, like, left and right, like strafing, sort of, you can't do that unless you have thrusters that are pointed left and right. So you need to take that into account when building your ship. Something else that I'm thinking I might make, actually, is, I do have a shield generator mod that will protect the station from damage if it starts getting shot at. And, that would probably be a very good idea to install on the station at one point before pirates start attacking us. Because, they will just randomly spawn in, like, waves. And you know something? That doesn't need to be that long. At least not for right now. So what we can do now is we can get ourselves a cockpit. And I'm thinking... We've got, like, these modded cockpits here. LCD canopy, actually. I want to see what this looks like. So we can, like, put down our cockpit. Oh, I need construction components. Okay. So these are construction components. So I can just take this. And it was off-center when I put it down. That's great. Alright. So let's just place it from above then in that case, and we can start building it. We're missing components, so I can just come over here like this. Although, actually, hang on. No, I should have created the vanilla cockpit, though, because this one won't unlock anything. So, hang on. I'm gonna build the vanilla cockpit first. And then I will actually build that one, because the Azimuth mod is a really nice mod that just adds so many different items. Oh, are you kidding me? By building a cockpit, you've unlocked new blocks. Okay, now we can build the nice yellow cockpit. So, and, like, basically, these, like, little yellow squares here, they're for access points for a conveyor system that we could just put to go all throughout our ship. So far, looks pretty nice. And we can, like, get in this and everything as well. Press F to enter, and it's real nice, all things considered. And so we're supposed to have, like, different LCD screens on this thing. But it doesn't look like... This is the main cockpit, yeah. But so it doesn't really look like it's got much going on right now, because there's no power and there aren't any real systems to have, like, information on. So we gotta add things to the ship before it'll really start looking nice in there. Like, you can set up all the little monitors in here to, like, display different information. Like, right now it's just set to be, like, decorative, but you can set it up so that way it's got, like, actually, hang on. That might not actually be the one we want. Sorry. I'm gonna destroy this one now, and then I'm gonna put a different one on, because there are a bunch of, like, variants of these blocks. Some of which do the things that I want, others don't. Thankfully, they are identical in cost for the most part, for the same blocks. Want to build some thrusters as well. Although a battery would probably be the better thing first. So we've got, like, the basic battery, but actually the Azimuth battery is probably the best thing we could build. Um, Simply because it's got a much larger capacity. And also, look at this thing. It's like, it's chunky. Compared to, we've got like a shitty, like tiny ass, like AAA battery. No, I don't want a AAA battery. I want like your car battery here. And I'm gonna flip this over that way. Oh, it needs superconductors. Hang on, can I get superconductors? No, I don't have superconductors. Shit. Hey, you know something? We might need to not build that one because it requires, excuse me, it requires stuff that we don't have. What we can do instead, though, there's a couple different batteries. We've got this this other smaller battery, which is a lot smaller. And I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it doesn't tell us exactly how much it stores, but functions the same as this thing right here. So in essence, we could just throw batteries wherever we feel like it. I'm thinking, like, if we throw them, like, here and here, like, have 2 batteries, like, 1 backup, you know? Although I don't have the components to actually build the second battery right now because I need more steel plates. We're unlocking more things for every single object that we build right now. Like, we've got too much to unlock that it's insane that they actually have the progression set up to be so slow. So we got some batteries on here, so that's real awesome.
Energy low.
Oh, we're running out of energy. So what we can do is we can run back over here. Oh, wait, I didn't want to change appearance. Also, wait a sec, hang on. Where's my gold suit? Gold helmet. There we go. I set myself up to wear gold, and it, for some reason, took it away from me. But so yeah, we got some batteries now. We can also throw on, like, maybe, like, a nuclear reactor somewhere. I mean, I don't think I have the ability to actually build a nuclear reactor yet. Although it's pretty common in shipbuilding for this game, though, that you want to, like, have a teeny tiny one somewhere just to, like, make sure you've got a consistent power supply, because otherwise you're really just stuck using solar power. Which, not very reliable, I'll be fully honest with you. Especially given there's a day-night cycle and everything. Motion influence turret. Huh, that's interesting. AA 120 gauge shotgun large. Gatling gun, long barrel, rocket launcher, Gatling gun, shield, air intake. So we just have so many different, like, thrusters and whatnot. Oh wait, actually, energy shields. Hang on. Oh, it's loading all the thrusters now. We can get ourselves, like, a teeny tiny shield generator on this ship as well, actually. Like, see, look at how small this thing is. This is a shield generator. And this will just guarantee that if we get shot at, we won't blow up right away. And I'm thinking good place to put this would be in front of the cockpit. Or actually, no, probably behind it, I'll be honest. I'm not the greatest designer. I'm just a problem solver. Oh, and also something else that I keep forgetting about. We need a gyroscope. Gyroscopes are extremely important because they allow you to control the actual orientation of your ship. Cannot withdraw 1 shield components. Okay, so we can't actually build the shield. What we need to do is we need to tell our base to make it. So I can just put it into production. It should build it. I think it should build it. Ah, we're missing literally every material that we need to make it. Okay, so we're not building a shield right now, sadly. And I'm going to move the gyroscope down in that case, just a teeny bit, because, you know, I want it to be, like, more at a centralized location for the mass of the ship, because we're going to have a lot of thrusters on the back here. We're going to have, like, maybe 1 very big one and then 2 small ones for, like, forward thrust, a couple for the side thrust, and then a couple for forward, like, a couple for backward, up and down. And so we want to make sure we leave room for that. So, like, let's just look up thrusters real quick, though. So we've got the standard, like, these are the base game thrusters right up here, but then we have all of these beefcakes down here. So this is a large thruster, and then we could also get the small standard sized thruster. So it's 6 to get the large thruster. Oh, that's really big, actually. That's bigger than I thought it would be. It might be a teeny bit too big, although it looks pretty cool. Oh, and this needs superchargers, though. We can't make those yet, either, because that... Yeah, so we might be stuck using the really basic thrusters for now. I was hoping we'd be able to use, like, the really cool ones, but I guess not. So what we can do is we can flip this around and tack it on to the back of our lovely, lovely ship. And that is a perfect fit as well, which is nice. It still thinks we want the shield component, so I can just clear this out of our build planner real quick. Oh, thrusters do deal damage to you as well, which is a fun thing. So real quick, I'm going to just turn this off. So we can, like, customize how the flame looks and everything for our ship, and that's pretty cool. But I'm not gonna do that right now. I'll do that later, once we've got everything sorted out. We want a few more thrusters on our ship, so let's get ourselves a few small ones back here. Although, actually, I think maybe putting these a little bit lower wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Throw those there. We can throw maybe a couple of thrusters on the side over here. So, like, we can throw one right there and maybe one right there, and we can mirror that to the other side. There is a setting that lets you, like, have the physics of a ship be influenced by where you put the thrusters. I don't have that setting enabled because that just makes designing things much more difficult. Like, because then you have to take into account, like, the center of mass and everything. And yeah, that's fun. It's just a pain in the ass, though, as well. You know something? I want to try and line up the edge of the thrusters here with the front of the ship. Because I don't want it to be, like, you know, too overstretched. So, like, actually, maybe one block extended wouldn't be bad to protect the thrusters a teeny bit. And then I'm going to build, like, a little enclosure around them as well. Like, kind of wrapping around and up over to, like, where this block is. Like, where this little conveyor slot is. That way, they're not completely vulnerable. And then we also need up and down thrusters. So I'm thinking we can have the down thrusters right here. Like on the back, probably. That just seems like a good place for them, generally. So like if we put it right here like this, we can have 2 thrusters going up. And then... Or actually, wait, hang on. No, I want it down on the back. Oh. Yeah, sometimes you can end up breaking more than one block. I really wish there was like a kind of button that's just like, yeah, only keep mining until this block is broken. Oh, wait, I don't want to actually build it yet, but, you know, that's fine. And then we can have our thrusters to force us to go up right here. Nope. Wrong direction. Wait, actually, I could put them right here as well. Although that looks out of place because of, like, the little indent right there, so I don't want to do that. Here's what I can do. I can grind out this block real quick. Not that one, though. And then I want to move this in and put it right there, because I think... Yeah, I think that lines up really nicely. So that way, it's not going to get in the way of, like, landing or anything. There's also a component that I want to put on a little bit later called a connector. That'll make it so that way we can just transfer the inventory of our ship very easily. Oh, wait, that's the, no, that is the correct place, okay. Symmetry is key to building a really nice-looking ship. And so we've got this all laid out. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 thrusters. So what we can do is we can just look up thruster again, and we can add the components for 8 thrusters is the max number of things that you can... 8 is the max number that you can add to your build queue, but, like, we can just add them to our build queue, withdraw all the components we can. Oop. It's going to start burning us because it's actually on. So while I'd love to build these, like, thrusters and everything after I've kind of closed them up, issue with that is that... Oh, wait. Oh, it's making me get the components for the huge ones. Oh, okay. I see why I'm filling up on resources now. I mean, that's not bad, at least. We're not going to run out. So yeah, there's all our thrusters. We got left thrust, right thrust, up, down, forwards, backwards. All 6 areas of movement. And so then if we really wanted to, we could actually take this for a quick test drive. So I'm going to open the top hangar. This thing's only got 36 minutes of battery. Never mind, it has very little battery. And so, as soon as I turned on just the upward thrust, it suddenly said it had 36 seconds. before the batteries ran out. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get us a solar panels to throw on this. Only some small ones, though, because I don't want them to be very invasive. So, like, I could throw them... Oh. I need construction components. So just grab me a couple of these. Can throw one right there. I don't want to throw one on top because it's not going to be symmetrical. And you know, I'm actually a big fan of having symmetry on my ships just because it looks so much nicer. Hang on. Hang on, I think I messed up our perspective just a teeny bit. Okay, no, I didn't. That's good. So we need to get the other components for these. We can throw our construction components back, though. Withdraw the other ones. Tack on these solar panels. And normally you'd be worried about, like, wiring or some shit, you know, really important stuff when you're building something that requires a large amount of precision, but not in this case. So we want to take it slow because it is still going to be limited in terms of energy. Ooh, actually, hang on. It's got inertial dampeners on, so it's going to run out of energy real quick. But this is our ship, and it flies. It works. But so let's land it real quick before anything bad happens, because we could run out of power and it'll just slam back to the ground. And so it parks itself because we got the landing gear on it, so that's a real nice feature. It magnetically locked itself in kind of a bad position, though. So let me just fix that. I think that's a bit better. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Although it's pointed forwards now, that's fine. We're not going to build too far forwards. So really, all we're going to be doing now, though, is we're just going to take steel plates and we're going to be piecing together the rest of the ship. Unfortunately, I don't believe these panels are going to provide too much power, though, so I'm just going to get rid of them for now. And I'll come up with a better power generation method. So I just want to try and cover up these thrusters so that way they're not, you know, all exposed and ugly looking. And I can kind of just, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get us a very nice looking kind of, gosh, I really don't know how I want to set this up now that I'm thinking about it. Well, I don't want the base block of them being exposed, except for maybe on the underside, because I can't really do much about that. I've got this block, which should come together nicely there. And then this can actually be made into a slope instead. I just want to see what's the preview on it. Okay, so then see, look, it's already coming together quite nicely. It's like we got this sleek design going on for us. And I can actually get rid of that, and then I'm just gonna put another one of those like angled blocks over here. Or actually, I'm gonna use one of these inverted corners. Alright, you know something? I'm shutting off that music, actually. It's throwing me off way too much. I'm just going to use the in-game music. Which there is in-game music. I don't remember what it sounds like, because normally I have it off, but... Oh, I didn't save the settings, of course. So one thing I'm going to do real quick, though. Going to make a control group for all the thrusters. That way, I can control them here and then say I want them to all be shut off. So, oh, this one turned back on because it was already off. So let me just fix that issue real quick. Large thruster, be off. And there we go. Now they're all synced up. So if any of the thrusters are off, they're all going to be off. Can I squeeze under there? No, I can't. A little too tall. And actually, I'm not gonna... Wait, hang on. What I can do is I can do this. I can then bring that around like that. Mirror that over here. Swap back to the normal block. Oh yeah, we're making progress now. It's looking a lot nicer real quickly. I'm just gonna start welding these though, so that way they like get built up, because once they're covered up we can't weld them anymore. So then I can have, maybe I'll have one of these here. A couple of these, and then we can have the, ah, shit, actually, hang on. Yeah, that doesn't work too well. What I need to do is I need to get rid of that. Then I need to find the orientation for this block that works. Thankfully, all these like armor blocks, they actually only take up one steel plate, so they're real cheap to build. They're very cheap to build, and I am quite satisfied by that fact. Ooh, hang on, we can't have this here. Because we need a normal block to come out this way. Ooh. And then I'm thinking maybe I'll just have a slope right here that that just kind of encloses the thrusters like that. I think that should be good. Weld these up. Gotta throw the normal armor blocks going back this way. Oh, the batteries are already out of power. Huh. That's nice to know. So that's the wrong block. We can throw these ones on. Yep, that's in the right place. I really wish there were, like, slightly smaller slopes. Unfortunately, there aren't. So we gotta kind of make do with what we got. So instead of doing, like, smaller slopes, what I can do is I can kind of keep this sort of pyramidal style setup going. So far, looking pretty alright, all things considered. It could be a lot worse. Hmm. Anyways, we gotta build that again on this side real quick. So the problem is now, how are we gonna cover up this big fat thruster in the back? And short answer is, we really don't. Although actually, hang on, I've got an idea. I want to move it down, but we need to get rid of this to move it down. So let me get rid of that. We can get rid of this now. And put the thruster back. Swap it over to a large thruster.
Energy low.
Gonna run out of energy, that's fine. I'm not gonna be as anal about it right now. Or actually, hang on. I'll move this... No, I'm not gonna move it back one, because then it shows from behind. I don't want this to be vulnerable. This is like how I actually am able to orient myself in space. Gotta go this way. So, what I want to try and get to work is I want to try... I want to try and figure out, like, what's the path real quick for, reactors. So we got a gyroscope there. Small encased gyroscope. Atmospheric thrusters, control seat, cockpit, wheels. Parachute hatch. Okay. That's interesting. There's got to be power for power blocks right here. Okay. So progression for the power blocks is... I guess these are the power blocks for some reason, even though they're supposed to be something else. Hang on. So if I build the vanilla... If I build the vanilla solar panel, I get all of this stuff, but this doesn't give me... Oh, it unlocks rotary airlocks. That's cool. I think that's one of the other mods I got installed. But I know for a fact there's another... Here it is, reactors. So in order to make a reactor, we need to make the basic refinery, and then we need to unlock it by completing a full refinery. We have the basic refinery unlocked, so let's make ourselves a full refinery. And you know something? Let's make the teeny version. We can just put it on our ship for right now, and then... Oh. Try to pull out as many of the components as we can.
Inventory full.
Alright, so we've successfully created the refinery.
Inventory full.
Oh, too much stuff. And so now we should be able to... We should be able to make the small reactor. So if I just look up small reactor real quick. Why can't we make that? Do I actually have to make the giant version? That'd be kind of stupid if I needed to, but... Alright, let's see. So... Unable to place... Can I put it outside? Oh! Game lagged real massively there. That's okay. Unable to place it. Why can't I place it? There we go. It's going to be a little while. It takes quite a few components to build the full refinery. But once we have it, we can... Hit the wrong button there. Once we have it, though, we can make full use of nuclear power. Which, honestly, I might just grind up the other ships for it, because they've got nuclear reactors built into them. And so, if I just grind up, say, the other mining ship, that should give us a good, a relatively good... Oh, we're missing steel plates. Hang on. Yeah, I don't think we have enough stuff, actually. So you know something? We're actually going to go mining. We're going to go mining real quick, and it's a real quick job. Ooh. Space Pirate Super Gremlin. But anyways, We can take this thing and first we gotta turn on the thrusters. And then we can come over here and just start mining. I might have been a little bit too high up. And if you can't tell, it's a little loud. First person view is kind of nice though, because you can like more easily control it, but like third person view actually lets you see what the hell you're doing, and like you can keep track of like the other parts of your ships that might be knocking into the rocks, scraping up. I'm pretty sure though we would have already we may have already filled up on stuff, but I want to just like widen this hole a tiny bit. We can also like spin in place using our gyroscope to like try and make the hole wider, which is quite nice. So like basically we're acting as another drill head on top of these drills that are spinning. And that's actually a concept that I fooled with. I like made a ship at one point that had like a bunch of rotors that would spin a massive number of drills in a circle. Like it was just like a line of drills, and it would spin them really fast in a circle. And in doing so, it would create really big holes cutting through entire asteroids in seconds. And it was the most satisfying thing because it was like a perfectly circular hole. Alright, yeah, I think we may have hit the limit for weight for our vehicle. So we gotta just try and very carefully back our way out. Oh! Oh shit, hang on, we're on fire. What's on fire? Hold on. Oh, I think we scraped up the side engines. That's the issue. But so, like, weight actually plays a factor here. Like, we can't move as fast now, which is kind of annoying, but we can deal with it. I'm actually going to go to a different landing platform because I want to get this fixed up by the repair platform right over here. So like this little funnel here is just filled with a bunch of oh shoot. Oh god. We got to be careful about our speed here. Oh god, the weight too. Christ. Forwards. Okay, no, I guess we got to use the upward thrust, because forward doesn't seem to cut it for some reason. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come over here to this this docking area. We're gonna deposit our rock. So we gotta turn on the connector. Try and line it up a little bit, and then it should automatically align itself. And try to lock into place. And there we go. So now everything should empty out of our hull. So like all this rock is gonna go bye-bye, because it gets funneled into the refineries. Somewhere. Like, see, it's getting all processed by the refinery very quickly, and it's taking all the iron that was made and creating the plates that we asked for. But anyways, let's undock now. We can fly up, and we're a lot more maneuverable, which is real nice. So what we want to do is we want to turn ourselves sideways and try to navigate very, very carefully. I forgot our upwards thrust isn't actually very good, so I'm going to try and turn this way instead. Also not the brightest thing to do this when it's getting real dark in-game. So we can come right up here. It's saying it detects us. And it should have just repaired us. Oh. Oh no, because we're out of... we're out of steel plates. That's why it won't repair it. That's funny. So you know something? Let's just scrap this entire ship. No, I'm not going to scrap the entire ship yet. It still works. It's just going to be a pain in the ass to really use with one thruster down. Although, granted, it's only a reverse thruster, so as long as we don't need to reverse somewhere, we should be alright. Park right here. Oh, wait. It won't park. There we go. Engage the landing gear. As we can see, oh, we need thruster components. Hold on a sec. Why is it not pulling the thruster components the right way? Am I actually out of thruster components? Well, real quick, I'm gonna go rest so that way it becomes daytime. Just fill up my resources. So yeah, we just gotta keep going out and keep mining stuff until we have enough resources. But moral of the story, do not spin too aggressively. And also don't go too deep with your miner. Oh god, oh god. I might have used some upward thrust a little too aggressively there. Better idea, let's just do some surface mining. We can slowly make ourselves like some kind of a quarry. Actually, wait, I'm a genius. And I just blew up another one of my thrusters. That's great. But so I'm a genius because what I can actually do is I should be able to just disassemble one of the other refineries and use its resources to create a new one. And in doing so, it will give us enough resources to actually construct the new refinery and unlock the nuclear reactors. So we have our 2 refineries right here. Oh, game's lagging a tiny bit. Or my bad, our 4 refineries. Oh wait, no, I think it's 2. Those are just upgrades for them. So anyways, I just want to double check and make sure they're all wired in to our conveyor network. So if I... Actually, the issue here is now if I disconnect one of them, there's a chance the whole thing gets disconnected. So I just want to make sure that's connected there. And then these are both connected to each other. So if I disconnect this one right here, it'll disconnect this one from the network. But if I disconnect this one instead, it'll just be fine.
Inventory full.
And fly back over here. Build this one.
Inventory full.
Inventory's full again because it just gives us so many resources right away. And we got the wrong kind of materials from that part of the grinding, so we gotta just put those somewhere.
Inventory full.
Here we go. By building a refinery, you unlock new blocks. Perfect.
Inventory full.
Now let me just go rebuild this refinery. Because this, honestly, is in a pretty decent location. There we go. So now what I'm thinking I'll do is I'm actually just going to scrap this. Yeah, it's got a few reactors on here, actually. That's pretty fancy. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrap this entire ship. And then just use its parts to build ourselves our newer one. So what I want to do first is I want to pull out... Actually, I'm going to wait until I get it into the grinder. Because when I get it into the grinder is when I want to... Oh. What the? Oh, God. We got a space pirate flying over, doing a quick bombing run. That's not nice. Alright, well, I guess that ship's got to go get scrapped now, too, because it's going to be in shambles. I'm just going to land this real quick. I might be able to get a few shots off. Well, now they're probably too far away. Let's look at the damage to this ship, though. Cockpit is okay. Downward thrusters completely fucked. I'm guessing... I don't think it's got an internal power supply. Oh, Jesus. These are a lot of thrusters on this thing. You know, probably wouldn't be a bad idea to repurpose this. Ooh, we lost some bits right here. So it had spotlights on it. Okay. Let me just buff out this scratch here.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
It's all just steel plates now.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Oh, we barely didn't have enough room for all the steel plates. That's okay. We can just grab this and then take it with us over here. So, hopefully this thing's still flight capable. Because then we can try to bring it over to get grinded up. Let's just grind this stuff up real quick. Oh, welcome to the stream, Grim. Playing some Space Engineers. Oh god, they blew up the rocket launcher. I see. Well, it's all the way over there now, so I don't need to worry about it. Why didn't the turrets kick in or anything? Like, hang on. Laser antenna. Yeah, why didn't the turret kick in? Hang on. Aiming radius, I want to set that to be higher. Targeting meteors, targeting small ships, targeting large ships. Yep. This should be good. So anyways, first things first, we actually have to offload the rock that's in here. Because there's some more rock in here now. And then we can grind up this ship. Because, dear God, is it fucked. I really fucked this one. I think that should be everything. Only inventories of current ship. Oh, and that's right. These are given oxygen generators, too. That's real nice. So, let's disconnect. And then let's start shoving this thing into the grinder. Yeah, so welcome to the stream, Grim. How is it going? Open inventories, and then I'm just gonna take out all the fuel. I'm watching season 2 of the 7 Deadly Sins. Nice, nice. Turn off inertial dampeners, and it should just fall in. Oh god. Fucking hell. It put me in the worst place when I jumped out of there. That's fair. My gun was in my pocket too. Did it not? Is it not going to give me my gun? I'll be kind of upset if it doesn't. Oh, oh! It's really grinding it. Oh, it's throwing chunks everywhere. Hang on, I gotta manually grind this out now. I think that should be it. It doesn't look like anything else got out. Oh, I see. Haha, that's funny. So my gun is in here, and then there's a bunch of these components as well that I gotta pick up. I can't pick up any more.
Inventory full.
What's this? My Wi-Fi acting up again. I don't know if your Wi-Fi is acting up. I'm terribly sorry if it is. It could very well be my connection as well as just kind of wigging out as we proceed into the late hours of the night. So we have the nuclear reactor technology now, and we also have the ability to actually construct it thanks to the fact that we just ground up some spare ones. And I'm going to do the same thing here, actually. I'm going to... Ooh, it's got some bullet holes in the windshield. Don't like that. Oh, wait, I didn't want to disable the entire station. Alright, so we can try to take this over to the grinder now and then grind this up. And I'm going to try and grind it up so that way it is not going to put us in the grinder. What am I an engineer of? I'm actually, I am an engineer of the computer specialization. It is a fun time. I design circuit systems. Like I design like breadboards and stuff, and like microchips and whatnot. It's real fun. Unfortunately, there aren't any jobs in that field, so I can't, at least none that are available at the moment to me. So like I can't really get myself a job at the moment. And it's rough because all the positions are like, hey, you need to have like 5 years of experience. Engineer of vehicle repair. Nice, nice. I'm gonna take this out. Alright, so while that's sitting there... Yeah, I figured I'd just kind of spend the night chilling and playing some Space Engineers because it's a good time. I think that's everything that I can get, so I'm just gonna turn off the engine and let it fall. Well, actually, hang on. I gotta grind off these side parts first. Actually, no, those have the engines on them. No, it's just gonna fall as soon as I do that. I should just let it drop in. Been on server with some friends a while ago. Yeah, I would love to do that myself, but like none of my friends actually like playing this game anymore. Like they're like, "Oh, it's so boring," and like it just ends up being the same thing. There's no end game, and I'm like, "Yeah, but like you're just supposed to build." Why didn't the... There we go. It's just like, so I just end up playing this game by myself, and I enjoy it, but it is dead when you're playing it by yourself. Like, there's no real... There is no real way to, like, truly entertain yourself. Oh, Jesus. That's flipping about a little bit too wildly. Let me just see, can I push this back in? Oh. Yeah, I mean, this is actually part of, like, a pre-built base. Oh, shoot.
Health critical.
Jesus. But, like, this is actually part of, like, a pre-built base that, like, comes with one of the scenarios. And so I've just been using, like, what's been gifted to me, like, at the start. But, yeah, I'm making modifications to the base. Like, it doesn't have proper airlocks to it or anything, so I've got to, like, try and implement those. And I'm just, like, grinding up some of the starter ships that it gave me because I figured, you know, I can scrap them for parts to use on my own ship. Alright, let me just grind this part up manually real quick. Yeah, I was thinking of doing that, but then I decided to just go for the like the starting moon base. Like this is the moon base world, and so I decided to start with this simply because, you know, it avoids a little bit of the early grind where you're like, okay, now I've got to build like a rover to go around with to go mine things. Real lucky landing in an ice biome. Oh yeah, ice biomes. Oh, that burns a little bit. Ice biomes are honestly the best to start in if you're just doing a full-on survival world. All the resources are right there for you. Oh, I see the problem. That's funny. There we go. Gonna make sure all the components are being grinded up and nothing's like falling through the cracks. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna add walls. That's just funny to watch though, like the parts flying off into space as the rest of the stuff gets ground up. Wow, that went really far, actually.
Inventory full.
Oh. Just real quick, come over here to my little part storage locker. And it was just a few plates I left behind. I don't really care that much. Yeah, the low gravity really also helps with things just flying around. Alrighty, now did everything get ground up? Obviously not, because it still thinks there's stuff here. And it's all the little things. Is that everything? Where's the other stuff? Oh, it's over here. Oh, let me see this real quick. I want to see this mining lathe, because honestly, I'm kind of interested. Oh, that actually looks really nice. Like you got this nice perfect hole here too. That's like really satisfying to look at. Like, hang on, let me see if I can get this on the stream real quick as well. It also refines it too. That's fancy. Hang on a sec. I think this should display the web browser. Yeah, here we go. So like this thing's a fucking masterpiece. I love the way that you set this up too, with like dozens, with like at least a dozen large cargo containers as well. Like that thing can fit some rocks in it. That's real nice. Oh, and it dumps out the stone too. That's real good. Yeah, I try to have my machines dump out the stone, but like some of the time I'm just like, I really need some iron. I'm just gonna take it wherever I get it, and that includes coming from the stone. I need to also swap over the screen again because I'm smart. Yeah, I realize that. Thank you. People keep leaving the ARAM match at the last second. Oh, I feel that, Grim. I feel that. I might join you for some League of Legends in a little bit. I'm just kind of like, I want to get my first ship built and working first, though, you know? Like, technically it works, it's just missing a very vital thing, which is power. So, this is our ship that we're going to be working with, and, for some reason, the corners actually disappeared. That's funny. Oh, wait. Yeah. Honestly, that's why I'm trying to focus on, like, the in-game progression right now. And then after that, like, I don't know exactly what I'll do. I'm probably just going to try to build some really massive ship and go blow shit up. Like, because we have all these pirate bases around us, too, like, marked on the map. So we can just kind of go try to challenge one of those. Oh, yeah, no, I actually, I started this up earlier, as like a little solo world, and then I decided to restart when I started streaming, because what ended up happening right before I decided to start streaming, I basically got nuked from orbit of the moon. Like, there was this drone ship that spawned, and it kept sending in, like, suicide
Energy
drones.
low.
Ooh, gotta go refill my power. Fought it with a grinder. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it, really. I just wasn't prepared when the pirates just came randomly, and they just sent in so many drones that, like, just bombarded my place with, like, suicide attacks. They just crashed straight into the ships I had, straight into me, and, like, just kept shooting me until finally it's like, alright, you know, we'll leave you alone for now. So let's see, where do I want to put the reactors? I'm thinking maybe I could try to hide them somewhere. I guess, like, right here next to the engine actually probably wouldn't be the worst place. Alrighty, so add that, pull out all the components, finish it up. By building a small reactor, you have unlocked new blocks. Excellent. And so now we've got our reactors installed. We can get ourselves some uranium placed in there. I'm just gonna, real quick actually, here's how I started out on my server. Let's take a look. Oh, it opened it up in Chrome. That's great. Let me just fix that real quick, because that way Chrome doesn't eat up all my RAM. Yeah, you know, not the nicest way to start, I'll be honest. There should be more uranium here somewhere. There we go. That's the uranium I just got out of the ships. Oh, you had to tunnel your way out, too. That sucks. Yeah, especially as the thing, like, keeps moving as you're trying to tunnel. Unless you, like, just go straight down, then you have to work your way outwards. So, actually, wait, shit. How do I split stacks again? 10. There we go. Alright, we've got power. Let's disengage the parking. Engage the thrusters. We have liftoff. Now, this thing actually flies pretty alright. Oh god, but it's very, like, it loves to drift. It really loves to drift. I can't even imagine making this into a mining rig without having more thrusters on it. Also, I should consider putting more landing gear, because anytime I disengage the landing gear, it just decides to start tilting backwards. Ooh, yeah, it's got way too much forward thrust. I need to get more thrusters on. Front. And maybe the sides, or at least up and down. One or the other. Yeah, I think that was a successful flight test there. Single large hydrogen tank with 5 drills and a load of thrusters. Yeah, probably. That's probably going to be a lot more efficient than what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build, like, a full-on, like, working craft right off the bat. I'm trying to just jump straight into the thick of things, you know? Like, I don't want to half-ass my design here. Let's take a look. So what can I do to, like, make this pretty strong? Actually, hang on. I got a really big drill I could throw on it. Hang on. Like, do you think this thing's big enough to fit on my ship here? I think this should be big enough, right? I don't think I can. Yeah, I think that should be fine. No, I'm gonna use one of the azimuth drills, because those are pretty decent. So let's see. They're a lot smaller than the normal drills, too. Like, they don't have, like, the unnecessarily wide base to them, which I really like. So then the question is, where the hell do I put them? Oh, wait, hang on. I can add pistons to this, too. Hang on. So, piston. Yeah, now you see, I tend to play a lot with mods. Like, anytime that there's a game that has mod ability, I'm going to play with mods. There is no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I need steel plate. Shit, I don't have steel plate. There we go. I just want to make sure which... Oh, shit. I'm placing the large version now. Where's the right way? I think this should be the right way. What I want to do is I want to have the piston I want to have the piston attached to the drills, and then when I activate the drills, the piston shoots out and then extends the drills, so that way they can just be back here. And I put this backwards. Fantastic. Yeah, you can end up with a lot of unbalanced shit. That's why, for the most part, I try to go with, like, visual mods. Like, I've got a lot of, like, aesthetic things, and then I've also got, like, extended pistons, for example. Like, that can't really be too overpowered because, you know, you're just adding, like, an extension of of a base functional block, you know? So we got this nice long-ass piston, and if I want to go into first person real quick. So what I can do now is I could set this to toggle. Okay, hang on, actually, it's very difficult to see, especially when the parking brake doesn't want to let you see. Oh, wait, hang on, do I have to set the distance for it first? Let me see. Long piston. Toggle block on. Huh. Why doesn't this one, extend? Set that to 100 newtons. Is that gonna... Oh, it's set to negative velocity. Thank you. Huh. Still not extending, though, even when I, like, move it up. Like, hang on a sec. You have it welded. Oh! Wait, hang on. No, it shouldn't be welded because it's one of these corner blocks. Hang on, I'll fix that real quick and then see. I'll put it a little bit more forwards. That could be the problem still, actually. Thank you for pointing that out. So let's see. If I put it forwards like that, I think that isn't contacting a block. It shouldn't be making contact with any blocks that have collision there. So let's see. Just gonna get it to be functional first, and then I'll fix it up the rest of the way afterwards. Wait, I don't want to get in there. So now, if I set this to extend... Ooh. Also, does it have power? I mean, it should. I think it does. Let me just test this real quick. So if I set it to reverse... Because it's connected to the main grid, right? And so the main grid should be providing power. At least to my understanding. It's been a while since I've played this game still and used pistons. Give it max impulse. Like, let's say I just set this... Oh! It's because of gravity. It was gravity that was doing it. That's the issue. Oh, Jesus, that... I I think this piston's long enough. Just maybe. But yeah, it was because gravity was putting some force on it. That's why it wouldn't extend. So I need to have something... Yeah, it didn't have enough force for its own friction. So let me just... I'm going to set this a little bit lower. And then I think that should be good. And then if I reverse it, it should be able to slide right back in. No, I'm going to get a slightly shorter piston because that's a little ridiculously long. Or lower the max distance as well. That is true. I could just lower the distance. Max distance. I'll set it to, like, 3 meters for now. Like, that way it's not too ridiculous. Okay, so here's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to set a group for these pistons. And then I'm going to set both of them to have the same stats. Max distance, 3 meters. Minimum distance, that should be fine, because I don't really care about the minimum distance right now. And then I'll just set a control real quick. The drills will be heavier when full. Yeah, so what I'm actually going to do in that case is I'm actually going to make it so that way there's a sorter that will just push all the stuff out of the drills and into a cargo tank right on the back. That way, none of the weight's in the drills on the pistons. Yeah, so now I can have this set to reverse. There we go. That's perfect. Now I just got to throw the drills on there. And then hook up the conveyor system. It's a very, very precise drilling rig. So here's hoping it doesn't snap like a twig when it's extended, because I have a feeling it probably will. But it'll look cool, at least. Wait, what's missing a component? Because it said I was missing a motor. Okay. So now I should be able to use both of those, which is nice. And then I just got to get the conveyors set up. Where's the small conveyors? Oh, wait, did I not unlock conveyors yet? Hang on a sec. Conveyors. I need to build the basic assembler to unlock them. And actually, yeah, that's a good point. I could set another control to set up the drills to just go even further. I like that idea. Yeah, so where the hell are the conveyors, though? Like, I'm missing them. Oh, they're right here. So, no, I need to build a cargo container. That's my issue. Okay. So, question here is, where am I going to put the cargo container? Well, better idea is, why don't I just get rid of this little shit here that was providing way too much thrust? So I'm gonna scrap these real quick. I can throw a cargo container here. have these link up to it, and then put a big thruster on the back. So real quick, let's throw a medium cargo container on there, because I like that it's got both, like, types of access points. And actually, I'm going to get rid of these thrusters as well. It's not going to fly for a little bit. Because what I want to do is I want to have this set up so that way I can have a connector right here. Yeah, I started kind of in reverse. I decided, you know what I want? I want to have it so that way I can, just, like, have this... You need interior plates. Shit, hang on. But, like, I made it so that way I could, like, just, start with, like, the general shape of it that I wanted. And then afterwards, I started working my way out. Which really isn't the best way to do things, but that was where my thoughts went to immediately when I first started this. But yeah, I think your like build route is a little bit better. So yeah, we got a cargo container now. I'm gonna build us a connector to put on the bottom. I don't have connectors unlocked because I need to build the freaking conveyors first. Okay, teeny conveyors. And actually, I can connect this to the reactor right here too, so that's pretty good. So how lazy do I want to be? Well, first things first, I want to get the sorter set up right here. Where's the sorter? Should be... Hang on. Oh, I need to unlock the sorter now, too, don't I? Hang on a sec. Hold on, if I just place this tube here real quick. I build this. I've unlocked new blocks. Okay, now can I build a sorter? Yep, I can build the sorter now. Okay. So I put the sorter right here to pull stuff out. Ooh. Little bit of a lag spike. That's fine. I also don't think I need this open now. Let me just close that. And this. That way I... Oh, wait. Gotta wait for that to close before the oxygen kicks in. There we go. That's a lot better. So now I can just take care of this. Yeah, that's probably a good way to do it. Whenever I play games like this, I tend to, like, play it by, like, feeling, really, which isn't the best way to do it, because then when shit blows up, you're just upset with yourself. I need more interior plates. You know something? Let's see. There we go. Okay, so I just need to get that to funnel into here. And then I also want to connect in the, I think I want to connect in the reactors as well, so that way, like, if I get any kind of, you know, need to carry extra fuel, I can just throw the fuel in the medium cargo container as well. Oh, and also I wanted the connector, too. go. It's looking real nice now. And then I just gotta, like, put some armor plating over it to make it look real pretty after this. Also, I have to jump in here to actually be able to configure the connectors now. Oh, shit, there's no oxygen supply in here. I gotta figure that out, too, at some point. But so anyways, let's see. Sorters. I'm just gonna set those to a group. And then say drain all. So it should always drain all of the cargo straight out of the drills and they don't build up in there. Provided there's room. And if there isn't, well, then I'm going to stop drilling very quickly. Oh, I can put the oxygen bottle in the cockpit? Hang on a sec. So if I just throw that in there... Oh, that's actually really cool. I didn't know that. Thank you. That's really good to know. And it just drained the oxygen completely, so I'm gonna have to refill that. But what I can do is I can just grab one of my... or a few of my spare ones, at least. And just throw it right in there. Couple of backups. So I got this to interface with my space station here. I've got, or not my space station, my moon station. And then I just need to get quite a few interior plates. Just gonna take all those for now, and then I'm gonna start building the conveyor system. So I can set this up. Like so. Just remember to swap them out occasionally. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to make sure I remember that. Otherwise, I could just die somewhere in space without the oxygen. I need. So then I can just send. So actually, building this straight one here was a mistake. Because now what I can do is I can set this up so that way it goes. Oh shit, actually, maybe placing this one block back would be a really good idea, because then I could have the oxygen be put in right there. Because as it stands right now, all the slots for me to fill in oxygen to the cockpit, like, automatically is covered up. So you know something? I'm gonna take all these, throw them in here. Just kind of space this out for right now. Put that there. And you know something, in that case, I can just set it up like that instead. And then have just a line that goes right across the middle right here. I think that should work very nicely. Yeah, honestly, I was thinking of being really lazy with the six-sided cube, but then I figured right now I'm trying to, like, be a bit sparing with my parts. Rotate the reactors so their cargo slot is on back. Actually, also a better idea. Very good idea. I was just gonna put the pipe so that way it comes in from the top, but yeah, you're thinking a lot better than I am. Get rid of that. So now I can set it up so that way... And you know something? I will actually be that lazy. I appreciate you reminding me that I could do that, but I need interior plates because I just put them back in here, which is fantastic. There we go. So now all I have to do is I have to actually destroy this one here because I can't reach that conveyor. Feels good. I'm just gonna get all these construction components in here, and then... Oh, wait, hang on. I at least want it to be symmetrical. So it's motors... Oh yeah, I found something like that too. It's like Izzy's like inventory manager or something like that. It's a real nice script. I've been meaning to get a script block, a block to run the script. Oh, I forgot to put interior plates onto that one. Hang on a sec. Let's just get 30 of these. I don't need that many. And of course, now I'm out of construction components. Alright, that's good to know. I don't remember all the hotkeys, so that's very, very useful information. And also real quick, let me just get this. Split this up 50-50. Set this to like 9.9 or some shit, I don't know. Are the reactors gonna... Oh, because they're not actually hooked up yet. There we go. I just didn't actually hook it up yet because I'm very, very intelligent. Thinking things should be able to magically teleport. I think that should be everything. Yep. These are set up. I need to put a gyroscope back on, put a little bit of armor around this area, make it look nice and neat. And then I think that should be golden. So let me just get a ton of steel plates. I know I have even more somewhere else, but 35 should be good enough for now. Oh, shit. I've got to get under here now and then, like... Hang on a sec. Can I fit? I can. Perfect. Okay, so now I just want to try and, like, cover all this stuff up so it looks real nice. Gonna leave space on the top to access the inventory, and then the bottom is for connecting to the base. Oh, the spatial awareness is so bad. I was playing Subnautica for the first time, like, a few months ago, and I just got so disoriented in caves and everything. I didn't know where the hell I was going. Very good experience if you've not played Subnautica. There we go. Now, like, the piston looks like it's kind of, like, strapped in, so that's pretty nice. Yeah. Subnautica, it's a real good time, especially if you're afraid of dark, scary places. Otherwise, I'll be honest, I wasn't really impressed. Other than, like, the water looks beautiful. The water in Subnautica is so beautiful. But, like, the most entertaining thing I did in that game was just build an aquarium. And I just spent my time trying to get every single fish egg in the game, and I just gave up. Have I played Barotrauma? No, I have not. Let me look this up real quick, then. I just want to see what kind of game is this. Oh, and it's 40% off on Steam right now. Side-scrolling video game. Published by Daedalic Entertainment. Takes place in the distant future on a submarine traversing the inhospitable oceans of Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. Okay. You know, I'll give this a look. Especially if it's on sale right now. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I'll see if I can get some of my buddies into this. Okay. But I really like those kinds of games, too. I just need to get more people to, like, sit down and actually want to play them. Like, keep talking and nobody explodes. And then there's also, there's one that I saw some other YouTubers playing. Like, some YouTubers and streamers playing. It was, like, this like, 3D, submarine kind of game where, like, it's like, genuinely just basically a simulator. And everything is extremely realistic, and your goal is to go around and fight other players in submarines. And it just looks really challenging, and I think it could be a whale of a time just trying to figure things out. Kind of like kind of like, what's it, Sea of Thieves? A little bit. Except with submarines instead. Submarines and World War I. I'd have to look up exactly what the name is, though. Can't remember it off the top of my head. Put that there. Hang on, wait, let me see. Let me see. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is this Russian accent? Hello, comrade. Today we are going to be doing some nuclear engineering. And what I shall do is I shall shove vodka into nuclear chamber. And if it gets radiated enough, maybe I will get superpowers after drinking it. Basically like that. Like, honestly, I love those kinds of accents. They're just funny to listen to. Like, that's why I used to enjoy, like, the, FPS Russia videos when that guy was still posting on YouTube. That was a good watch. I need to be more aware of the fact that this thing is not actually all that small. Or it's not all that big, so like when I start thrusting everywhere, I'm just gonna zoom across a much larger space than this thing actually takes up. Oh god, I'm stuck. There we go. Yeah, no, that's really cool though, honestly, like that they've got a lot of different roles in that kind of game. I think that might be something I'll try to play. Thanks for the suggestion. Do I want to cover this part up? Yeah, I'll cover it up, sure. So let's see, I gotta get myself the gyroscope back. I've gotta get... I don't think I really need... Oh, shit, hang on. Oh, wait, no. Nope, it's connected. It is connected. I was thinking for a second. I was like, hang on a sec. I forgot to connect the cockpit to the cargo container. But I did not. Only had one reactor explode because someone else tried to start it up while I was stealing booze. That's good. That's really good, actually. Take out this block. So this is just gonna go straight back. Cover up this. Alright, time to go back under in the claustrophobic space. Oh no, that doesn't sound smart at all, actually. You at least want to have something taking in all that power before you decide, yeah, you know, let's crank it up to max power. It hit 10,000 degrees within less than a second. That's impressive, actually. I think I got a good setup here now. It's looking pretty slick. It took longer than it probably should have to build, but it's coming along. What else can I add to this? So I gotta put... I'm gonna have to move this forwards a tiny bit, which is a sad thing because I don't have any forwards thrust. Hang on, where's my thrusters? Ion thrusters. I don't need the medium cargo container now because I can just... But yeah, honestly, that's really funny, though. Like, the guy just basically created a mini sun in the back of your... I would guess the reactor in barotrauma is a CANDU reactor. Canadian deuterium uranium. Huh. I like it. Okay, we've actually got forward thrust again. I don't have a gyroscope still, so let's put that on before I start trying to move this thing again. I need steel plates. So let's just put a temporary one right here.
Energy low.
Here we go. More energy, and I can move this forwards very, very slightly. Oh. I gotta keep in mind that this thing still only has one landing gear on it. I gotta fix that pronto. So actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna... Oh god, it needs more upward thrust now. It's too heavy. It's like genuinely too heavy to support its own weight now. Okay, so let's throw on a couple more thrusters here. I can get rid of this block. Put another thruster right there. Yeah. I just don't want to leave anything really exposed is the problem as well. Because, like, I'm thinking if I would be taking... Like, I might just make, like, a template of this and have machines automatically build it. So that way I don't have to keep building again and again. Like, if I like this kind of, like, format for a thing. Like, rather than having drills, for example, I could put some Gatling guns on the front instead. Although I guess having the pistons for Gatling guns is a bit unnecessary. Oh, God. Just gave it bumpers around the sides. I decided I want to try and make my ships pretty this time around, you know? Like, everything has to look really nice. I've got a paint gun mod that I'm actually gonna start using once I've got this, like, fully covered up, and I'm gonna add, like, really nice colored trim to it and everything. Okay, parking is engaged. Good. Now, let's add some more parking real quick. We need steel plates. God damn it. Ugh. Yeah, I'm just thinking, though, like, I also want this to be able to park, like, actually on space stations as well. Normally, I tend to use connectors as well, but then also, I'm also just, normally building on, like, zero-G environments rather than on a planet. Alright, so now I can come back into the cockpit real quick. Let's disengage the parking. Suddenly, that's a lot more even. That is... I mean, granted, it's still pointing a little bit upwards towards the front, but that's a lot more even now. Something that I also actually want to try playing around with once I, like, make a huge ship in this. I'm probably not going to do it tonight, but I've got, like, ramps. Like, boarding ramps that literally just you put on the bottom of your ship and it just lowers itself. And I really want to, I want to try messing around with that if I can. Last door ramp. There's, like, I've got quite a few, like, just block mods. Not even, like, functionality. Like, I don't have, like, super engines or anything. Yeah, like the big cargo planes, basically. And so, essentially, I want to try and make, like, not the Death Star. I want to try and make, like, a Star Destroyer or something. What's, like, the size down from a full-on Star Destroyer? Like, a Victory Cruisers or some shit? I don't know. But, like, I want to make a Star Wars ship that has, like, all the really cool, like, boarding ramps and, like, flares. I've got a shield generator mod, so I can implement that, too. Though, I don't have the gold right now in-game to actually build that. So what I need to do next is I think I need to... Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. Hang on. Let me get myself another big boy thruster on back here, because I'm realizing now this will actually be quite heavy. So I'm going to try and mitigate that as much as possible. Although, before I actually put that thruster on, I'm going to add one more layer and then put the gyroscope directly in front of it. Don't forget to plan when it's full and stuff. Yeah, that's why I'm going to actually add so many extra thrusters right now. Because I was realizing even when I was driving it before, it was a little bit drifty just with its own weight. Like when I was flying it around, it could support its own weight and like hover. But that's also in moon gravity. I want it to be able to like drive around in any set of gravity, you know? So I'm just going to try and overload this thing as much as possible with all the thrust. Let's put that there. There we go. I'm also going to set it up, though, so that way, my connector can actually just vent all the stone out of it. I might actually have to, move the connector, though, and put in a, what's it? And put in another sorter that just, like, specifically ejects the stone. Or I might even just put another connector on top, to be honest. That's probably also a good idea. But I'm not planning on driving this thing around at full capacity. Use many small ejectors. Let's see. You know, I'm actually surprised, though. Other than, like, a small drive-by earlier, I haven't been attacked by pirates at all yet. Then again, I guess I shouldn't complain about that. Hang on, so am I able to use the thin version? Yeah, I can. Or wait, hang on, so... Here it is. So actually... Hear me out real quick. If I just... If I just make another conveyor right here... Honestly, what I'm thinking I'm just gonna do, while ejecting a lot of stone would probably be the most ideal thing, I'm thinking I'm just gonna have, like, 2 small ejectors, or, like, maybe 3 small ejectors going off to the sides. And then I think, hopefully, that should be good enough. Yeah, actually, that's a good point, though, making smaller balls rather than the big ones. That's a really good point. Ah, shit, I need two sorters here. Because of the way I set this up. That's fine. Save space and whatnot. Oop. I am a genius. Alrighty, so let me just get some of this. I never really thought about using ejectors, though. I just never actually knew they existed, and I'd always stuck with the conveyors. Or not the conveyors, the, what's it? The connectors. Well, I kind of knew they existed, but I just didn't use them because I already had a connector on my ship. And so I was like, you know, why would I make another thing specifically to do one job when I have something that does the same job? Need one more. Didn't add it to my build planner. There we go. So now, what do I need for these? Not much, actually. Okay. And does it only connect at the back? It looks like it only connects at the back. Okay. Ooh, actually, hang on a sec. I might need to, Oh, this is a tough situation now. Yeah, no, you don't want to... Yeah, you don't want to drop it right behind you. Typically, what I would do when I was using a connector to do that, I would just, like, make my way back out really quickly, then drop it all, and then go back in. Not the smartest idea, though. So, wait, hang on. What's, like, the size of this? Yeah, it's gonna get hit by the engines. I need to fix where these are gonna be. Aim them backwards, actually. Yeah, that's true. Can't withdraw one computer. Hang on, am I gonna need to make more computers now? All right, well, thanks for tuning in, and also thanks for the follow, though, man. I appreciate it. Have a good evening. One component cannot be put to production. What? I think this should be kind of all right. Let's just real quick. Oh. Okay. So let's set up the controls for this. So I want... That's to push it forwards and backwards. The thrusters aren't on here, so I need to actually make a block group for them. And they're also not default thrusters. Alright, you know something? I'm pretty satisfied with this ship for right now. I'm definitely going to come back to this in a little while. Like, maybe either on my own time or in a future stream, just to finish the ship. How far I'll take the game after that, I have no clue. I'll be fully honest. Just simply because this was such a time sink. Like, 3 hours and I barely built one ship. And that's just because I'm slow. Like, I know some of you guys who are better at this game probably would do it much, much faster than I will. But, like, I really just build things whimsically in this game, and I'm like, oh yeah, that looks good, that looks good. Like, I'm not necessarily a planner when it comes to these kinds of games. So naturally, I'm going to be really slow in, like, doing all the stuff that I'm doing. But so, I'm thinking I am actually going to call it there for the stream tonight and just leave it with this masterpiece, who actually looks a lot better from the front than it does from the back, because the back leaves a lot to be desired currently. Whether I add more ejectors, more thrusters, I need to add more upwards thrust, I need to add more downwards thrust, more right and left thrust. Like, I need so much more thrust. You have no idea how much fucking thrust this thing needs. Realistically, I should have just thrown one large thruster on each side and called it at that, actually, now that I think about it. But I'll work on that. I'll work on that in the future. But, in any event, I guess, this will be me signing off. So, sorry, I keep slouching in my chair. But so, for those of you that tuned into the stream tonight, thank you very much. I appreciate your support, and also, those that watch in the VOD, those that followed me, everything, that I normally say, thank you all. I appreciate it. Every one of you. I will try to come back to this game because it is a nice game. Although I'll admit I need to I guess I'll just maybe prepare some talking points ahead of time, because just having something that simply I just play, and then it's kind of difficult to just talk out loud while playing this game, for me at least, because I gotta focus and be like, all right, so now hang on, this piece goes here, this piece goes here. And so I just kind of get into the zone, sort of, and then I stop talking altogether. So I can't really do normal conversation. I have to have some kind of topic planned in advance. And so I will work on that for a future stream, but in any event, I will see you all next time. So later.